Here's Sandy, chapter 13, entitled Home. As soon as he got home, he had a quick bath. His dad wanted the hot shower all to himself. Simon was pleased as it offered him some privacy and a place to escape. He quickly plunged himself under the water and watched the shampoo froth to the surface, drying quickly in the cold. He made his way downstairs and plugged in the Hoover and set to work on the trail of biscuit crumbs. Then he dusted the TV and the ornaments like a busy maid. He was careful not to break any ornaments. After last night's football disaster, he knew he had to leave the house gleaming. And then he went out into the frosty road and slowly swept the snow away with a shovel that shone brightly in the sun. Before long his hands were cold and hurting. He blew on them wearily. So this is why I am at the bottom of the class, he thought sadly. He had no time for homework, only housework. With relief, he shoveled the last portion of snow away. He allowed himself 10 minutes to have a relaxing cup of tea before Alf came home and wrecked his piece as usual. He didn't have long to wait. With his customary slam, Alf returned. The first thing he said was an order. "I'm starving," he said. "I want steak and chips tonight," he said. That was his favourite meal. Simon got to work. He had to get into his good books if he wanted a quiet evening. "I want it well done, not burnt," he bellowed. He struck a match and the grill was lit with a blue flame that warmed Simon's hands. He carefully monitored the slowly browning steak with an eagle's eye. Finally, it looked perfect, and he brought it on a tray for his dad to inspect. "Not bad," he said gruffly, jabbing it with his fork. "Where's the mustard?" "Damn," Simon thought, and ran back into the kitchen to retrieve it. He put the customary 50-pence-sized blob on the plate and made himself scarce. Alf cut the pieces into little squares and crammed them into his mouth. He was so engrossed in the TV that he sometimes missed, and his white vest started to resemble a modern work of art. Alf was always happy when he was eating. It didn't matter what it was, and his favourite was steak and chips, followed by chocolate cake. Another favourite was chocolate chip cookies and ice cream. It was no wonder he was fat, thought Simon. "I'm finished with this program. It's rubbish," Alf bellowed. "Come here and turn it over." Simon sighed and walked in all the way from the kitchen. This needs a little explaining. Although Alf was only 3 feet from the screen, some months ago he had broken the remote by throwing it at the wall. After one program had annoyed him, he was easily annoyed. It was now Simon's job to turn the TV over, as Alf was too fat and too lazy to do it himself. Although Simon was mild-mannered, this greatly irritated him. He punched the button on the TV and Alf grunted when the correct program appeared. "Good job," he said, feeling confident. Simon spoke. "Dad," he said quietly, "can I read in my room?" "I have a headache, if you must," his dad answered. "Don't know what you find so interesting in these damn books. I've got my newspaper here," he said, in a superior voice. "It's all the reading I need." Simon lay on his bed exhausted. In fact, he was too tired to read, and he just stared at the ceiling. Coming up, Chapter 14, Dream.